In this game, Przemek took black and Cassian took white. Joseki. Another Joseki. Strange choice. Why not here? Which wall is weaker, thinner, this or that? So let's play closer to the thinner wall. Actually, this is in between, right? For intersections here, for intersections there. Why does white play closer to the stronger wall? Just because this move is a dot, and sometimes we end up having a stone here if we normally play Fuseki well, but now we have a choice and we should choose accordingly to the shape. Probably this is the best move, closer to the weaker wall. Then black went for the cut. This is too much. This is the normal way of playing. White goes here, there is still a hole, but we also don't need to go in right away if there is a big move on the other side. But we shouldn't really cut when white already has a stone on the side. I already said it today in a review of Marianna's game versus Eugen. Alright, so black cuts, and now black has to crawl. Otherwise white blocks, and this block is almost center. So black needs to play here and then fight like this. Maybe now, I don't know, play something like this. But in the game, black pushes from above, and this is a terrible mistake because this turn of white is just too painful. Black added a move. Yeah, okay. Also, like, why not play here? Should be a better shape, but doesn't matter much. Yeah, then locally in the corner, black is not alive, so black need to go back. How is the group not alive? If white plays here, then actually it's a ko. But white can first hit the vital point and only then take away the decrease the eye space. So like this, black would have died. So white ends in center with a more or less strong group on the top side. Black has this stick cutting stones. Well, very good result for white. Also, black has only 6 points in the corner. In the end, how will the position look like? Very important question. White plays here, black should connect. I think I saw some 5-dan players playing wrong in this position, like this move on the Polish Championship. I think it was this shape, but maybe some similar shape. Okay. Yeah, just don't play from the outside. This is good for white. This is a bit unexpected. I would rather expect such moves by white. I don't know. It also gives black a lot of strength. Possible to play here. Why not play this one? Are we afraid that white cuts us? It's impossible to cut, so we just decrease white's area this way. Why let white take the 5th line territory? I don't understand. Here first white should play this move and only then hit the vital point and connect like this. If white starts from this move, then black... I see. Okay, I see what the difference is. Now if black plays like this, white will not be able later to get this exchange. So I think that this is about it. Though maybe it is also about another thing. Now to this move, black can simply answer here. So if white wants to make trouble in black's shape, white needs to play like this. But then this is some sort of a compromise. Black loses 2 stones, but also captured 2 stones and gets center. But if white starts from this, then now black doesn't have that option. White simply captures black in the ladder. Well, of course, black has also another possibility. Now black can play here now, but then later white will be able to get useful moves on the outside. And for now, white can simply continue the fight. Okay, white hit the vital point, and maybe it was a better idea for black to block, since there is a group which can be attacked on the other side. In the game, though, black went for such a variation, covering white. Who is this all better for? I think that white is satisfied by making that live. Though, maybe still it was better to split black. Black's group is still a great target for an attack. Like this, we will not attack it anymore, unfortunately. Very big move. Jump, makes sense. Then black tries to enter. White plays from the other side. Interesting choice. Still, there is a very little room for black around here. So now black plays, just gives up on that plan. And well, maybe this exchange is in plus generally. We created some weaknesses in white's shape. Later, well, maybe later we will be able to bump now. So this is the slight difference caused by that exchange. Big move. But also helping white a bit, building that center. Maybe now white can play this. Perhaps black should play large knight's move. Then it's easier to block white from building too much. And we can do it because we are not afraid of white splitting us. And neither like this nor like that, because we are already safe in the corner. So yeah, something to consider. But maybe still it's best to somehow play in the center. Reduce white's potential. Like this, we help the potential be built. This looks like a better shape, but this is also good. And then, yeah, white secures partly the territory. Black tries to attack white somehow. And to this move, very important, you don't need to connect. Very often, it's better to play from the side. You can be split on the outside, but then you will simply play like this and that and capture your opponent. Unless black smartly first plays this move and only then cuts you. But still, you are rather safe on the side already. And on the outside, it's a question. What happens on the outside? Difficult to tell. Maybe you can push first. Later play like this. So actually it can become a very good result for white, I think. But like this, you give your opponent that possibility. So yeah, simply play from the side. This is a powerful move. The cut is not very much of a problem for you. Like this, black took away white's base, which is a success for black. Who is the game good for, by the way? Black has, let's say, 20 points, around 20, let's say 35, 40, this is some potential, but not yet points, 46, plus a few here, 50, and yeah, potential here, potential there, 50. And white has 20, 30, plus a few, 45, more than 50. Yeah, white seems better in this game. White looks better. There is a weakness in white's shape here, but we will see later that actually this cut does not work. So for now, it's enough for white probably to play like this, to maybe create some weakness in black's corner, or to simply reduce, I don't know, and play there. White should win the game rather easily. Okay, white does it. Yes, makes sense. Extend. Now black jumps. Well, this looked a bit risky. Maybe black should have played here, but black is behind. So then black goes for such variation, and it seems that white gets really a lot in this variation. However, now black can attack the whole group of white. So maybe it was an unnecessary risk for white, and white shouldn't have cut. Since the game is good for white, maybe it was better to threaten the cut from the outside and just make sure that we are strong everywhere and finish the game. But in the game, white plays the cat, and then it's a chance for black. Rather, the group looks like it should live without much trouble, but who knows what happens. So maybe we can play like this, play like that. Maybe we have a way to go back through here, or even if not go back, create the second eye. In the game, white plays Atari, yes, and makes eyes there. Also possible. And yeah, even though black can maybe destroy an eye here, white can easily make an eye there. So the game is completely under white's control, but now black plays this crosscut, and white failed to capture this stone. This is an interesting problem. Tesuji problem, how to capture the cutting stone. If white can capture it, white obviously wins the game. White starts with this move, of course, this is correct, but then the net like this didn't work. If we try a net immediately like this, it also doesn't work. But what else can we think of in this position? In this position, we also can think of such a net, this doesn't work, or maybe such a net. Always think about these two as well. And actually this one works. Black simply loses the stones, so yeah, white wins the game easily. But in the game, white barely lived with the group on the side, and the other group is about to die, so black will turn the tables. Now black plays this move, which is not necessary. I see why black does it, because if black doesn't do it, then this cat captures black stones. So black hopes to get this in center and then capture the big group. But this gives white a chance. Now white can try to live with the group, and then, well, it will be a ko for the game. And yeah, white understood this and very correctly decided to not connect here and try to live with the big group. But then, yeah, then the group was captured anyway, because yeah, black for sure has a lot of threats against that. But one good piece of advice: in such a moment, first insert this exchange, because the ko becomes this way more difficult for the opponent. Then you play here, and now, yeah, let's say you ignore the same threat, but you win the ko in a much better shape. So this way would certainly be better for white. I don't think that black can answer in this manner. Actually, black can start the ko immediately, which is a bit of a problem. Okay, so maybe in such case it was not best, but yeah, difficult to tell. Anyway, it's some tesuji which is good to think of. If your opponent answers like this, then also you already gained a lot. Now also, if you win the ko, you win it in a much better shape. Anyway, white cannot afford to die with this big group, because the game should be much better for black now. White has, let's say 40 points around here. Yeah, it's more or less 40, 50, 60, 72 plus komi, but black has 70, 80, 90, 95, 100, so the advantage is big. So we in fact need to answer, but does white have threats? Maybe one threat around here. Not enough, unfortunately. So yeah, the game was lost anyway, unless now we can somehow magically make life still. Unfortunately, here we cannot even get an eye in center. This is still not an eye, and this move doesn't threaten making an eye. Yeah, nothing around here. So white needs to make an eye in center there first. On the bottom, probably this is the best attempt. Now maybe this is an eye in center and now go here. So perhaps there is still a chance, but this move obviously is answered by the extension up by black. Too easy task for black. Like this, it's more chances. It's a better chance for white. Yeah, like this and that. Maybe white can still live and win the game. Unfortunate. This was also a bad choice by black. Black should have played here. Like this, white has only one eye and really little hope for the second one. And this move was too greedy. Certainly too greedy. Tried to get even more points, but gave white a chance to live. However, white didn't find the way to live in the end, and then black ended up with a big advantage. Even something else died here, which shouldn't certainly happen. But anyway, the game should have been already decided. Alright, so this is it about this game, and we will move to the next one.